how substance move in and move out of the cell. How these things are happening. See, transport of molecules and ions of substance through the plasma membrane. Now this is happening by two processes. One is passive, another one is active. So if we are thinking, just think about this is the plasma membrane, and here we have the channel proteins present. Now here the molecules are so much high and here the molecules are less. So from my high concentration to the low concentration, when the molecules are coming, there is no ATP is needed or no energy is needed. So that means that is a passive process. It is happening according to the concentration gradient. But if the scenario is happening different, that means from the low concentration to high concentration, the molecule is going. So that means definitely ATP is needed, and that is called the active process. So active process is something where we need ATP. We need a push. We give a push to them that go, please go to there. So what is a passive transport? It is a transport of substances across the plasma membrane without expenditure of energy. That means no push is needed. Things is happening according to its concentration gradient. From its high concentration to its low concentration, thing is coming. It occurs by two processes. One is diffusion, another one is osmosis. But if we are talking about active transport, here we need a push. It is the transport of substances across the plasma membrane with the help of energy. Substance means the solute. The solvent particle will not transport in here. In active transport, the substances will be moved against their concentration gradient. That means when the concentration is low to the concentration is high, the thing is passing from its low concentration to its high concentration. So in that meanwhile time, it definitely needs energy. From its higher to lower concentration, thing is moving. So here we understand that what is a passive transport and what is an active transport. Coming to here, we are understanding what is a diffusion. Let's figure it out. So diffusion is a passive movement of particles of gas or liquid where the molecules are passing from its higher concentration to its lower concentration until the concentration is same in both sides. The diffusion molecule move down the concentration gradient, no energy is required. So that means think about this is a jar. And over here the jars are separated. Here the concentration of the A molecule is higher and here the concentration of B molecule is lower. Just think about this A or B are gas. Gas A or gas B. So definitely we all know that the gas A will be passing from its higher concentration to its lower concentration, and that is called as diffusion. As the molecules are passing with its concentration gradient, so there is no ATP is needed. As here no ATP needed, this process is called a passive process. This thing will be happening until the concentration matches both levels and the thing gets stopped. Coming to the figure, just see there is sugar is given to the water. Inside of the water we added some sugar. Now lump of sugar is dropped over here. Now what happens? The diffusion of sugar molecules will take place. Sugar molecules will break off the lump. Now what happens? It is distributed whole over to the water. The sugar molecules will be moving to its higher concentration to its lower concentration in the water. Where the sugar molecules is less, the sugar molecules will go that part of the water, and eventually it is distributed throughout the water, and every dip of the water, every sip of the water you are having, you will feel the same sweetness of every corner. So that means when you give a lump of sugar in a glass of water, now the sugar molecules, the lump of sugar molecule get breaks and it evenly distributed throughout the water. So that is the diffusion we are understanding. Now coming to here, the importance of diffusion as well. So we are understanding that diffusion What is a diffusion? It is a process according in the biological membrane from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. It is happening across the biological membrane. Biological membrane means the plasma membrane, the cell membrane we are talking here. And it's also called as a passive transport. As we see over here, there is no ATP is needed, and it is happening according to the concentration gradient. Now see, what is the importance of it? It can be used in various, it can help in the exchange of gases, it can help in the distribution and spread of different substances in the cytoplasm, it helps in diffusion of water, that is also result in osmosis we will be studying. It helps in the diffusions of various substances of solid, liquids and gases. It helps in the transpiration process. What is the transpiration? That is the evaporation of water in the form of water vapor. Also, where from the aerial parts of the plants. Also, it helps to spread of the scent. When we spread some scent over us, the whole house or whole room having the same scent. Like that means, as we discussed over this scenario, that evenly everywhere it getting transmitted because the concentration level need to be matched. Also, it is important for plants to attract insects for pollination as well. So these are the importance of diffusions we need to know. Now we are coming to osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules through a selectively permeable membrane, that is the plasma membrane, from the region of its high water concentration to the region of its low water concentration. The plants and animals, the movement of water molecules across the plasma membrane is affected by the substances that is dissolved in the water. Water molecules move freely in and out of the plasma membrane from the region to its high concentration to the region of its low concentration. So from the dilute solution to a concentrated solution. Osmosis is a diffusion of free water molecules across the semi-permeable membrane with the side to the less free water molecules. So what they are basically talking, just think about this is a scenario where this is the selectively permeable membrane and here the water molecules are high in number and here the water molecules are low in number. So the water molecules will be passing from its higher concentration to its lower concentration across the selectively permeable membrane. There is a solvent. Solvent is passing over here. Solvent is moving from its high to low concentration. There is high water concentration and here is low water concentration. As it is a high water concentration, so it is dilute solution. As it is low water concentration, so is concentrated solution. So one question can ask that, ma'am, why they are talking that movement of solvent from low to high solute concentration? Definitely when the water or solvent is high in number, so that means the solute is low in number. So it is passing from its low solute to its high solute and the water is less means solute is more here. So what is passing? Water is passing. Water is passing. So water is passing from its high concentration to its low concentration across the selectively permeable membrane. So they are basically saying that water molecules move freely in and out of the plasma membrane from a region of its high water concentration to its low water concentration, from dilute solution to concentrated water solution. Here also no ATP is needed. So it is also comes under to a passive process. Now coming to here, what is the importance of osmosis? The importance of osmosis can be roots absorb water, cell to cell movement of water can be happens after the absorption of water by the root. Osmosis helps to maintain the turgidity of the cells. The tissues gain the water and it gets swollen. Tissues lose the water, it gets sinking. So it helps to maintain the turgidity as well. Osmosis is responsible for controlling the movement of guard cells, the opening and closing of the stomata. So if we thinking this is a guard cell, when the water comes in, it gets swollen, and what happens? It gets swollen and the stomata will be closed. So this is the importance of osmosis we are understanding here. So hope you understood the importance of osmosis, what is osmosis, diffusion, and how the substance move in and out. Thank you, students.